Hey, this is KNS Sports Talk, and today we're going to be talking about NFL off-season moves recently, and this is our first episode.
All right, I'm Isaac Kurt.
And I'm Colt Stevenson.
All right, so to begin this episode, I'm gonna start talking about how earlier this week the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is my favorite team, we traded for Michael Pittman Jr. and a seventh round pick, and we gave the Indianapolis Colts was a sixth round. So about that trade was really good is our depth in wide receiver and low-key a sixth round. That's basically saying we got Michael Pittman Jr. for free. Okay.
Yeah, that's very cheap.
Yeah, but I think we're giving him a whole bunch of money. I
Ye-
could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all gave him a 3-year, $59 million contract extension.
How much guaranteed?
I'm not sure, but it does help your wide receiver depth
Yeah,
because
most
y'all
definitely.
did
Because
lose.
if you watch back, DK Metcalf was not producing for us. I mean, people were calling him a waste of money, but who knows? Okay.
And y'all did lose Calvin Austin today.
Yeah.
I mean
Yes. Today,
so
earlier
it does.
today.
It's a good addition. But where do you see yourself in the draft with the first round? Do y'all see you going after Makai
Okay.
Lemon if he's available? Where do you guys see
About
yourself
that first
drafting?
round pick. I'd really hope for us to go get Ty Simpson from Alabama to sit behind Aaron Rodgers because it's quite obvious we're going to get Aaron Rodgers for another year. Got his old coaching staff back, of course. Um, as a Steelers fan, I'm all in it. But about that draft pick, I really hope we go get Ty Simpson. You know, if Will Howard doesn't work out, which I'm a firm believer in Will Howard, um, if Will Howard doesn't work out, we got Ty Simpson, or we could, trade, which I'm hoping we go get J.J. McCarthy and don't use that pick and go get like a defensive player or someone on the O line. But if you go back to our recent draft picks, we got O lineman, and D lineman in the first round in the first picks.
Yeah, that makes very much sense.
Right.
But what else about your Steelers do you got with their offseason moves and their trades?
We went and got Rico Dowdle because we let Kenneth Gainwell walk to Tampa Bay, which as a Steelers fan, I'm mad. You know, he was a whole. I don't know what to say about him, dude. He was something special for us
He was a special player. He was one
for
of those
one year.
special ones. Even though he might not have been the best running back, he was something special to you
He
guys.
was, yep. He basically put the team on his back when we needed him. Like against the game in Detroit when he made that catch. Oh my! I fell in love with him immediately. Which I'm mad we let him walk, but dude, hopefully Tampa Bay treats him right.
Yeah, and y'all did get Jamal Dean too with the
Yeah,
cornerback
and
room.
Rico Dowdle. Hey, don't forget Rico Dowdle.
Rico Dow,
Rico,
yeah.
yeah,
So that
back
is a
to
big
back season
addition.
rusher, back to back.
And Tampa Bay really needed that addition to their running back room as they did just lose Rashad White to the Washington
Yep, the
Commanders too.
Washington Commanders. Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
it does pair Jaden Daniels back with his
Up
old
with his
college teammate.
bad college running back, right? So about that Jamal Dean or however I personally think that's going to be a good addition, but you know to put him up with Sante Samuel Jr. and Joey Porter, which are those two right there are already two good
That's a
corners.
pretty good cornerback room right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. And then Deshaun Elliott, and then we just got Jaquan Brisker, dude. On our defense, Patrick Graham from the Raiders, he's putting up a show here in Pittsburgh. I'm
Yeah,
I'm ready.
that's a very good point. Their defense is looking pretty elite. Just hopefully TJ Watt comes back from that injury and that kind of down
That
year that he
long,
had last year.
yeah. Last year he was, I think he had. Correct me if I'm wrong. He had 7 sacks, nothing too
I
fancy,
think he did have 7 sacks.
and 2 interceptions, which those 2 interceptions was good for us. Um, which I'm starting to hear trade rumors. To get into trade rumors, we're gonna start talking about Patrick Queen. You know, we got him. I think 2023, 2024 season, and ever since that, he's been a good captain for our team, but he's not good. But coming with our Patrick Queen. We re-signed Cole Holcomb. I don't know if you heard about that, but yeah, Cole Holcomb. He's a veteran for the Steelers. I'm all in for him. He's a linebacker. 2 years for $5 million. Okay, I'm all in for the Steelers defense. It's looking scary. Hopefully we can go get an O lineman in this free agency. Who knows?
Yeah, that defense is looking pretty elite. I think that's going to be your main like part of your team. I think it's
Yeah,
gonna be more
yeah.
defensive than it's gonna be offensive because of what if you guys do bring Rodgers back and then Simpson, is he gonna learn behind
No,
Rodgers
no.
or is it gonna be Will Howard learning behind Rodgers? That's the only thing. The dilemma is your quarterback situation because y'all
Yeah,
have the team for it, but y'all are under a new coaching staff. Y'all are a new receiver now,
yeah.
and y'all need another wide receiver
But if you
three.
think about it, DK Metcalf is still going to be wide receiver one, but we needed someone. We needed an official running back or official wide receiver two to complement him in the passing game.
Yeah. And also if you guys don't even go after a wide receiver in the draft or another one in free agency, you also have Roman Wilson. And
Dude,
Roman
yeah, Roman
Wilson
Wilson from
was a
Michigan.
good
Yeah,
he was a good
hey,
player.
if you go back and watch his film in Michigan, he was a 50-50 jump ball artist. Um, but I'm hoping there's still on the table for a veteran wide receiver for cheap like Debo Samuel or
Yeah.
Stephon Diggs, but who knows?
Y-
But if we do go get one more wide receiver, I would like us to go get either Juwan Jennings or most definitely go get Brandon Ayuk. But I think Brandon Ayuk's going to be too much money.
Yeah, but a lot of them are predicting Brandon Ayuk on a 1-year prove it deal with Washington, which I
And
definitely
yeah,
could
yeah.
see that with the absence of Debo if he doesn't sign with them, and
Excuse me.
they do need another wide receiver one, wide receiver two. Mostly, I mean Terry McLaurin's wide receiver one, but they
Oh
definitely need
yeah,
another wide receiver two for it. With
yeah,
Jaden Daniels coming back from injury, that definitely helps their team. But if we're gonna start with our favorite teams for their off season,
yeah. Let's hear
I
about your Kansas City.
I'd have to start with the Chiefs and
Yeah,
see.
let's hear about your
I
Kansas City
wanted
Chiefs, my
I
man.
wanted Jeremiah Love for a while. Like I wanted him. I
Ever
like
since that combine, dude, his draft stock went up. He's gonna
his
be
draft
top
stock
three,
went up.
top five pick.
Giants have been interested. Titans have.
Giants,
And the thing that if
Giants,
it
Raiders, or Tennessee Titans is
and
my
I just
top
can't
ten.
see him on the Raiders. I mean, because they
Well,
have that
if you go
number
back,
one pick. They're gonna
right,
obviously
right,
draft
right, they're gonna
Mendoza.
you obviously gonna know it's gonna be the
Cardinals,
national
they
champ.
did. I could definitely see Cardinals with them, but I
But
could
then they
also
just
see them
re-sign
drafting that tackle from Miami because they did re-sign some running backs. I know that they did with James
yeah,
Conner, and I think they
James
signed
Conner. Yeah,
another running back too as
I miss
well.
him. I miss him in Pittsburgh. He was good in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but with the Chiefs, Kenneth Walker was a great addition.
Oh
That was one of the
yeah,
best
but if you
additions
think
of the
about it,
offseason.
this is like I think his second like official year. Like
Like
he's been injured a lot.
great year. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the
he's been
thing is
injured though.
too, Kenneth Walker wasn't like even bad last season. He rushed for
Oh
a
no,
thousand with
no, he
seven
was
touchdowns, but he
really.
also was sharing with Zach Charbonnet with 12 touchdowns. I'm pretty sure with 700 something yards. I mean,
Yeah, Zach Charbonnet. He was
that's a
a
good
he was
running back duo that nobody really talked of or
think,
talked
and
about.
that's like my running back duo with Jalen Warren and
Kenneth
Kenneth Gainwell.
Gainwell, yeah, they were both
Yeah,
dogs. Nobody really talked about them. The more known was the Gibbs and Sonic
yeah,
Knuckles,
Gibbs. Yeah,
but obviously we know all with speaking of Sonic and Knuckles with the departure with
yeah,
Isaiah Pacheco
yeah.
going to the Lions. And that
I've
just
seen some
I
comments.
like it, but I don't because they're both swifty running backs. They're not big running backs like that
Hey,
Montgomery with that
Pacheco
strength.
will run through you. Pacheco is one of those running
But
backs
he's
that
the
can
type,
run
in
through you.
my opinion, this is just me. If you want 6 yards, he'll give you, or like, if you want 6 yards, he may give it to you, but most of the time he's going to give you 3 yards at
Right, right.
best, which sucks. That's why I think this Kenneth Walker move was a great deal because
Yeah,
Chiefs
hey,
definitely needed him. And with Jeremiah Love's combine stats when the draft stock went up, this definitely helps us. But not only that, we get a return with Travis Kelsey coming back on a $12 million
Yeah,
deal
yeah.
would be 15 million in all in incentives, which definitely helps our team with the tight end
That's
position because they did franchise tag the Kyle Pitts from Atlanta Falcons. So that's going to expect him to play another year in Atlanta unless somebody trades for him or signs him. But I mean, I definitely could see Kyle Pitts in this team next year if they
I
don't
could
have a
see.
contract worked
Hear
out.
me out. Hear me out. For your Kansas City Chiefs, I see you guys got like the ninth and the 21st pick, correct?
We have the pick 9 and we have pick 29, and I could definitely see, and I think I know where you're going with this.
Kenyon
Where
Sadiq.
we go,
And Sadiq
yes, Kenyon Sadiq.
from Oregon.
We yes, get him from Oregon. We
Okay, hey,
draft him
hey,
at rather
hey.
pick 9, or we draft or like we trade,
Have
move
you
up
heard about
mid
that
draft
tight
pick.
end from Vanderbilt? Eli Stowers, or yeah, Eli
I think
Stowers. He's
I've
from
heard him too, but I would rather have Sadiq as he's more
Sadiq.
known.
Sadiq reminds me of my um
Pat
what?
Fryermuth or
No,
Darnell Washington,
Darnell. What? Yeah,
the
correct. Darnell
big
Washington.
man. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sadiq's definitely going to be a great addition if we do. I mean, I would be happy with us picking him at pick 9, but if we know that we can get him at a mid, like pick 15, something like that around that range, I would rather us trade and go get that pick 15, and then we also get additionary draft capital where we do have that pick 29 too, unless we do want to move up in the draft for somebody else. But I don't think we will. And I mean, we may draft like David Bailey or Ruben Bain in the defense and then go get at that pick 29 Kinston or trade up for Kinston Sadiq with like trade that 29th pick for a mid 15th and like a they add in a third or something to move that spots, but it's also people are going to want more instead of just that first and that third. But I mean, we could definitely use McCoy too, the
Darren
corner.
McCoy or Darren McCoy from Tennessee. Yeah, that
Tennessee,
corner.
great corner, yes, great corner coming out of the draft. He's probably one of the best in the draft at the cornerback scenario or the position, but definitely with
Um,
the Kelsey Walker is great additions to the team. I mean, obviously Kelsey's been an addition with us
oh
for
yeah,
years now,
and
but
no matter
this is a
and
great move. We needed this. A lot of people talked down on him last year. I did, but I didn't at the same time because he's also older. You got to think about that, but he also had 851 yards and led the team
yeah,
in our receiving yards, and nobody talked about that. They only
and
talked about when he dropped the ball, which is important though, because he did drop a lot of balls in important plays, but I think that it's going to be a good season for him to come out. Maybe this is his last year and he does retire. But we did get with the receiver position Tyquan Thornton back, and he is going to be a big asset to this team. I think he wants
most
the
definitely a good wide receiver three.
yeah, but he wants the more shared snaps. If he is wide receiver 3, it's gonna be Rashi Rice at 1, Worthy at 2, Thornton at 3. But where does Marquise Brown
What's up with
land? Where does
this Tyreek? You guys
Tyreek situation.
yeah, it's
That's the thing. He's in
the
Kansas
love and
City. I've
hate
seen he's in Kansas City, but
trying to
he's
get his
also got a lot of baby mamas up in there. We already know
right,
that.
right.
So then he'll be 32 and he'll be coming off of a fresh ACL, LCO, and I think a PCO injury. So and I mean he would be a great addition to come back for us,
Him and
but I just
Worthy.
don't know where he'd fit in. He'd but I just don't know how it's gonna work with Thornton, with Rice, with Worthy, him. But like if we do with this Thornton and let Marquise Brown walk, where does he go? I mean, Bills.
I
I
think
mean, I could see him in a Bills jersey. I could see him in
I
a
could see him going
s-
back to
Baltimore.
Arizona.
I can see him going there, but I just would. I think he's done with Arizona. I think he might go back to Baltimore, and that's just me.
Mm.
If he does, that is a good pick too.
I've also
But
been thinking Baltimore goes and gets like Debo or Stephon Diggs. I'm considering that.
sneaky pick
Like
too, yeah.
think talking about the Ravens, like, why would they let go of Isaiah Likely? Who are they going to rely on after old Mark Andrew retires? They also
That
let
is the
go of.
thing too. Yeah, he's getting up in age, but they're gonna use him as the main target. That's what I'm thinking. But they're
Oh
gonna have to go
yeah.
for somebody in the draft. They do have that pick 14, I'm pretty sure, so that they could draft Sadiq too and land him themselves if Chiefs don't get him, unless we trade that pick for pick 13 or a pick before them, or we trade for pick 14. Who knows the scenario what the Chiefs Ravens have for that tight
Hey,
end
I've
position
also
in the
heard
future.
my Steelers trade up and go get Caleb Downs. But
The
I
thing
don't.
about Caleb Downs is the degenerative ACL and
Yeah.
the torn meniscus or whatever he did
Talking
have
about
that
talking about
injury.
injuries, I'm, I'm as a Steelers fan, I'm happy that the Ravens did not get Max Crosby, man. Like, if
But
and
this, yeah,
especially
it is a good thing. But you also got to think we've been done known he's had the surgery for it. He's already
right,
boosting
right.
his way back. I've heard it from his
And if you
agent
think about it,
too.
Max Crosby, or yeah, is not better than Trey Hendrickson. I think Trey Hendrickson produces way more. That's just
Yeah,
me.
but that's just
That's
the
just me.
thing is Max Crosby's younger.
Yeah,
He's more
and
dominant. He's a big player. Hendrickson is defensive player of the year. He's won it before. I want to say he is a great elite player. So but he will be 32 coming up here soon,
yeah,
maybe in the start of the season. But
but he was still productive last year with
with
over
Cincinnati,
yeah,
yeah. But you also got to think he's the main defensive player there in Cincinnati.
right, right.
But speaking of defense with the Bengals, how about the Brian Cook at the safety with the 3-year, $45 million contract?
Yeah.
That was a
Mm-hmm.
great
And
addition.
I think I saw that at school today that they also went and got a defensive tackle from Minnesota.
Yes, they got Javon Hargrave, and that is a good pick. I want to say it was Hargrave. It might have been
I
somebody
think it's
else.
Jonathan Allen. I think it was
Yeah, it was.
Allen.
Yeah, it was Jonathan Allen. Excuse me, Jonathan
Yeah.
Hargrave actually went to the Packers today.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a slap in the face for the Vikings, but
I'm happy my Steelers did not lose no good like defensive players besides James Pierre. He was supposed to be a good corner for us sometime.
yeah, and we did find a replacement safety, which is Alohi Gilman from the Ravens.
Yeah, yeah,
Cheap
yeah.
deal too, 3-year, $24 million deal.
Yeah, that's I have it right here. I was about to
Good.
say
It
that.
was a good pick for us. We needed that position to be filled, so that definitely did help us at that safety position. But we did beef up the D line, and we did need that. Chris Tonga, or I think it is Chris Tonga, but
The defensive tackle.
yeah, defensive tackle from New England. He will be turning 30, 31. I think it's 30, but he's on a career year from last year. Definitely a great player. Definitely a great addition to the team. We
Oh yeah.
needed this player for the D line. The thing is, the cornerback room is the worst out of all, which is Trent McDuffie departing because the trade for the first uh, pick, which is pick 29, fifth round, a sixth round, and then a future 2027 third round. We do have 9 picks in the draft this season, so that does help us. It does give us another first round pick. But what do we do with that first round pick? What do we trade? Like, do we trade? Do we pick someone at that spot? I mean, I
Pick
could
someone.
definitely see. And he did get that big contract extension. Trent McDuffie did on that 4-year, $124 million deal,
Yeah.
which is a good addition. That makes him the highest paid quarterback in all of football, which is a good deal for him because he definitely deserved it. He wanted to play for the Rams for a while now because the
Family.
Rams or LA is his hometown. I'm pretty sure. So
Yeah.
it's a
He
great
said
addition
that.
for the cornerbacks. They definitely needed corners. The Rams did for a while now. So this is a great addition. But they also add another cornerback from the Chiefs, Jalen Watson, on a 3-year, $51 million
Yeah, I
contract.
saw that.
And that makes Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson duos again in LA. And this is that's a good thing for the Rams. I'm impressed for the Rams.
Oh yeah,
I'm
they'll
happy
be a
for them
good.
because they'll be good there, and that What a great deal. He was supposed to come back to the Chiefs and be cornerback one, Jalen Watson was, but what a great deal for him because they reunite the duo back in LA. They already have chemistry with each other. They've known each other for a while now, so this definitely is a great addition to their team. But it does suck for my Kansas City Chiefs,
Yeah.
which means that
I-
we'll have to go get another corner. But we did lose another corner too, Joshua Williams, to a 2-year
Williams,
deal to the
yeah.
Titans, which does suck. It
I feel
does.
like the
He
Titans
was
gonna
a
have a
good
breakout.
player. I wouldn't say he was the best, but he was good for our depth, which was a good thing. But
Right.
I mean, yeah, a great deal for the Titans. They got a dog. Hopefully he goes off in Tennessee. But that's all I had for my Chiefs. You had for your
Um,
Steelers. I'm just gonna
Another
go
team I
down.
want to talk about, and the team I really want to get into, is the Dolphins. You know, departures like Tua, Tyreek Hill, Bradley Chubb, Odell Beckham, Jason Sanders, even the kicker. You
Yeah,
know,
I mean
and
Odell's
Minka.
been gone there for a season, but I
Oh
mean
yeah, yeah, yeah. Odell's been gone, but and Minka Fitzpatrick. I mean, you thought he would
that
have.
seventh round pick for Mika, like, come on, seventh round pick, what a cheap deal. Jets got a dog out there, and they just stole that stuff from the Dolphins. Like, come on,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
and
extended him.
Bradley. But like out of everybody, Bradley Chubb. Why would you let Bradley Chubb walk?
It's for the cap space. I see why they're doing it because it
Oh
also
yeah.
hurts with Tua Tagovailoa's
Oh
contract
my yeah, yeah. Let's
because
get into
the
that.
cutting of Tua Tagovailoa has made them negative $99 million for the past 2 years
Dang.
in cap space. Yeah, it's bad. Um, which Tua went to the Falcons on a 1 year deal, vet or quarterback
He,
minimum, which is a good deal for Atlanta. But is he going to produce in Atlanta? That's the only
uh,
thing.
I mean, different division. Yeah,
And
that
it
depends.
depends because I mean that division is one of the weakest divisions
Yeah,
in all of football.
yeah.
But
The
they
same.
they are getting they have Michael Penix Jr. there, and
Yeah,
the only thing is he has an injury problems. I mean, same
and
with
I think they're
Tua.
the.
It's just like they all love left-handed quarterbacks. Michael
Yeah,
Vick
that's what I was about
now
to get
going from
into.
Michael Penix Jr. now to Tua Tagovailoa. That's a left-handed too. Like, what do
Right.
they do at that? Like, do they start Tua or do they start Penix? That's the
I
thing.
say give him a quarterback battle and whatever one the GM likes better. I guess give him the start or split reps.
I mean, they could. Yeah, I definitely could see that. So, but Bradley Chubb too on the departure is a big deal.
Yeah,
Uh, I think it did free up some in cap space, if I do recall. But Bradley Chubb to the Bills, what a great deal for the Bills.
yeah.
They
They've
definitely
been needing
needed
an edge
this.
rusher. They've been trying to get an edge rusher for like at least the past year, trying to go get Joey Bosa, and I didn't think he was any good for him, was he?
I mean, Bosa was a good addition to the team. He wasn't the Bosa that you usually see when he used
Right,
to be on the
right.
Chargers before injuries. That's the thing with Joey. He's always injury prone, which does suck for him. Heard this for a while now. He's always just injury prone. He's not like his brother, which his brother did tear his ACL. Nick
Yeah.
did, but he is coming off of a fresh ACL tear, so hopefully he does bounce back. I could definitely see him as a comeback player of the year candidate. But with the Dolphins going on from moving on from there, uh, I want to talk about the Raiders. How about the Raiders?
Oh, hey, to add on about the Raiders, they picked up my fullback, Connor Hayward.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if you could say it's a great move. I mean, it's fullback. Lot of the fullback positions
He's young.
dying.
He's young. He's young. Connor. He's a dog. He's a dog. He has that dog mentality like his brother.
Uh,
But his brother just whines. His brother just whines for money. But continue on about your Raiders. My fault.
yeah, Tyler Linderbaum. What a steal!
Yeah. Yeah. What a
They
steal.
basically go over there and get Tyler Linderbaum for 3 years on an $81 million
That
deal
was a
with
good
60
freaking pull.
million guaranteed, which is the crazy part. I mean,
Yeah.
easily this dude's one of the top, maybe number
Centers.
one, number two. I mean, you could say top three best centers in the league right now.
Oh yeah.
Great player. They needed that O line for the past few seasons. With that addition, I'm gonna say it's gonna help Ashton Genty in the backfield. And
Oh yeah, obvious. So what do you
I'm
think they're gonna
excited.
do?
Like, I hate the Raiders. Never
Oh
liked
nah.
them. I hate them. But with the Raiders, though, this is a great addition to this team, and I'm excited to see what Genty does in the
So
future.
my question for you about your Raiders is what do you think they're gonna do with Mendoza? You think they're gonna start him or gonna go get like a bridge quarterback to mentor him?
I could see
I've heard
Mendoza starting first, but I also can see them using Kirk Cousins like a great addition for the
Hey,
backup.
I've heard Kirk Cousins and also a little bit of Derek Carr because he knows Clint Kubiak a little bit.
I mean, Derek Carr would need to come out of retirement, and it also does
Right.
affect where Derek Carr
Injury.
also well, it's not that too, but he's also on the Saints with that contract. So they would have to avoid something. Something would have to happen with that contract, as I know of. But with the quarterback position, I definitely think it's rather going to be Mendoza starting week 1. But I also could see Kirk Cousins starting week 1 if they do pick
Hopefully,
up Kirk Cousins, which
hopefully they pick up Kirk Cousins, so that limits my Steelers' choice because I've heard if Aaron Rodgers doesn't come back, we would also go get another vet to mentor Will Howard for another year. So I'm hoping because I'm ready for a young quarterback to come in Pittsburgh. But
yeah,
get back to
definitely a
yours.
great addition though for Steelers once they get Mendoza, but I really would rather have them learn like have him learn behind a quarterback that knows
Oh
like
yeah,
even share snaps, whatever. Uh bring him in for a couple games. It doesn't matter. I mean, but to, going on from the quarterback position, they definitely needed receivers as they did trade Jacoby
oh
Myers to
yeah,
the Jacksonville Jaguars earlier last season in the
yeah.
before the trade deadline, which he is a great he proved himself with Jacksonville what he could do. That's why he got that big contract extension from
Yeah.
Jacksonville on that 3-year deal. So what a great addition for Jacksonville though. But they did get Josh Naylor, 2-year, $35 million deal. And they had
From
all
Minnesota.
Raiders have had all the cap space in the world for a like a bunch of players. This team is gonna be one of the teams that I'm gonna be like
Come up. We're gonna have a come up. I have
they're
that
gonna have a
feeling.
come up. But it's just they're also the Raiders and they could also go 6-11. That's how
Yeah.
the Raiders work. So that Josh Naylor position or that Josh Naylor wide receiver from Minnesota, great
Yeah.
player. He just didn't get as many snaps, I'd say, or like targets last season
Cause
with
they
Minnesota
kind of
because they have Justin Jefferson and Jordan Addison, but you also got
yeah.
to think they've had quarterback problems too, injuries. That all affects
They
that
should
too.
have kept dude. They should have kept old Sam Darnold, but that was
They should
my
have. That was a big mistake by them. But I also see the reason why because they wanted McCarthy to learn from somebody like Darnold that's been in
right.
this league. Excuse me, but definitely think the Raiders are going to be good. They did sign Quay Walker to a 3-year, $40 million deal,
Yeah, they've been
and
signing
on
big
top of that,
contracts.
N'Kobe Dean.
Yeah, they've been
That
signing
fills
big.
out the linebacker position, and their defense is going to be pretty good next season.
They
I'm
will,
excited
yeah.
for it.
But they
And
also lost Patrick Graham. I guess Patrick Graham is like a good defensive coordinator.
yeah, and they signed a defensive player, K. Whitty, the defensive end from the Colts.
Oh yeah, Corey. Yeah.
Yeah, they're Raiders got some dogs right now. Uh,
Yep. Good edge
and
rusher.
Teron
Good edge
Johnson
rusher.
traded for a 6th round pick. Uh,
Dude, yeah, that's a steal. How old is Teron Johnson? Like
ah,
27, 28?
he's somewhere around there. I'm not for sure how old, but great addition to the team. I mean,
Yeah.
Raiders. I don't like Raiders, but I'm excited to see what they see like what I see from them in the future. Like I obviously would dread to have them be good, but I'm excited to see
Oh
this
yeah.
team ball out. But the same in like with all the AFC West teams, we'll go on and move on to the Chargers. Chargers, Charlie Kohler, the tight end, 3-year, $24 million deal. Now I
From
can see why they
Baltimore.
needed that tight end position. Will Disley is not the answer, Chargers.
No,
That's all. I'll
no.
give it to you. Will Disley's not the uh yeah, he's not the guy for you. So
Oh,
and
hey.
definitely they did get Alec Ingold, that fullback position
Yeah, that's
from
a tough one.
Miami too, which they did release him. Miami did. So they're trying to free up as much cap space as they can so they don't
Oh
go into
yeah, it's
negatives.
obvious.
So, and that could be a sneaky fullback position for Jim Harbaugh in that Chargers offense, and I
Could
definitely could
happen.
see it. And good addition re-signing Khalil Mack. He had a great year
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah. How old is Khalil Mack though?
He's getting up there in age. That's the only thing
Yeah.
that does suck. But they did beef up the center position with Tyler uh, Biadasz, or I don't know how you pronounce his
Oh,
last
from
name.
Commanders from Washington. Yeah.
Yep, 3 year, $30 million deal. That is a good addition. They had one of the worst O lines last season. That Raiders, and I really don't know who else had a horrible O line. Bengals obviously do all the time.
Oh
So,
yeah.
but yeah, Chargers have been signing the players, but I don't know if they're making the biggest moves.
No, they're
But the
not.
the thing that sucks is Broncos. They haven't signed a single free agent.
No,
And
yeah, I haven't. I haven't heard.
horrible
Like,
moves for Broncos. This is not good, Broncos. J.K.
don't quote
Dobbins
me on it,
re
but have they signed J.K. Dobbins yet?
J.K. Dobbins re-signed. Yep, 2 year deal,
Yeah,
which is a good thing. So
it's
it's gonna be that
good. Good.
R.J.
Good. He
Harvey
was
and
good last year.
yep, it's gonna be that R.J. Harvey and it's gonna be that J.K.
I'm
Dobbins
I'm a fan of
position.
RJ Harvey.
Oh,
Sorry, Harvey. I'm a fan of RJ Harvey.
oh yeah, R.J.'s gonna be good for the future.
Oh yeah.
They did re-sign both linebackers, Alex Singleton and
Talking
Justin
about the Broncos,
Sherrod.
hey, Dre Greenlaw back to 49ers.
Yes, yes, I was about to get ready to say that.
Yeah,
Dre Greenlaw cut,
pairing back
freed
with
up
his
cap
old duo
space.
Fred Warner.
He's going back to Fred Warner in San Francisco. San
Yeah,
Fran.
that's gonna be
That's gonna be a
yeah,
great
that'd be a good
addition.
defense, dude.
Great addition. Uh, that's all what the AFC West has done. How about the AFC North? Is the because you were gonna talk about the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Browns. What have they
Yeah.
done?
So the Bengals, they returning. They have Dalton Risner, Jalen Davis, Kendall Milton, Kendrick Pryor, Tanner Hudson, and Mitch Tinsley. Which I really don't know much of those guys, but I think those are just to fill in position and depth. But
Dalton
good pick.
Reisner, I do know him. He is a good
Yeah,
player.
and you probably know
But
him too. The
he's
say PJ Jules. He's a safety.
I could know him. I know Dalton Reisner.
Yeah,
He's a decent player. I've known he's been for the Broncos.
but for real,
He went
the
to the
pickup for the
Vikings.
Bengals. Boye Mate from Seattle. Good.
That
I
was
think
a
they give him a. I
great
think they give him a
player.
bank. I think they give him some bank.
They did. I think they gave him a 3 year deal. And with the Brian
And
Cook situation too,
yeah,
updating that safety position, that's going to definitely help the team
and
with
they
that
re-signed
defense because they
Orlando
definitely need
Brown.
that. Yeah, I heard that too. Keeping them through 2028, which they definitely do need that Bengal
I'm hoping.
defense.
I'm hoping their defense isn't really that good. I'm hoping my Steelers can just sprite the AFC North, which I don't know.
That's the
Um,
thing. I could just definitely see the Ravens. I got Ravens missing the playoffs. I'm sorry to say it to you, Ravens, but y'all lost a
that's a
lot of
hot
players.
take, dude. That's a hot take.
Y'all lost the coaching staff. This is the hot take early prediction. Uh yeah, Ravens, you're out of the playoffs. You're out. Get out of here.
Okay, coming in all hot. Okay. Um,
Is that all about the AFC North or
no, the Browns. The Browns have done a whole bunch. Or not a whole bunch, but they've done some moves.
I've seen that before. I've heard about them with the O-line situation,
Yeah.
what
Okay.
they've
So
done.
getting into the Browns, they've let go of David Njoku. That's
Yeah, David
terrible.
Njoku, yeah.
Terrible.
But they also have that Harold Fannin Jr., the rookie last season with
Yeah,
700
dude.
something odd
He's got
yards.
he's got some crazy potential. Another one I was expected to get resigned but didn't was Devin Bush. He had a good season this year.
Yeah. Um Browns are the Browns. That's it.
They
Um
just can't.
they can't
I
there's
don't.
rather they're 12 and
They
5
can't
one year.
develop their team. They can't.
It's
They can't put the team together to
yeah,
win.
it's rather they're 12 and 5 one year and then they go 3 and 14 the next 3 years. It's
Yeah, and another thing, dude, Wyatt Teller and Jack Conklin, the offensive tackle and the offensive guard, if I'm not tripping, that's huge. because like they're good. Wyatt Teller's a good right guard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Browns, they did get some O line because they had this O line situation for. They
Yeah,
knew they were having this situation when they were moving into the offseason.
they did. Yeah, they
They're all going to
signed
be free
Eldon
agents.
Jenkins. Eldon Jenkins from Green or not Green Bay. Or yeah, from Green Bay. That's where he's from. Eldon Jenkins, and then they traded. I forgot what they traded. The
From Houston for their
Titus
O
Howard
lineman.
for Titus
I
Howard.
think they
Yeah.
traded a fifth round for that, if I'm not mistaken. What a great trade! If so, that
Oh
was a
yeah.
cheap deal. So, is that all with the Browns at least?
Yeah. Uh, I could also it probably won't happen, but I put it down there on my list. They could probably. It's a hot take, but it's not gonna happen. They could probably go get Max Crosby and pair him up
That is a
with,
hot take.
but I just don't see it. I'm just
I've
gonna
heard
stop
a
there.
lot of they're still talking about trades, and it's not like they want to keep him. They do, but they don't at the same time because he's still going to be that great addition for that Raider defense, even if he
Oh
does
yeah,
stay.
but they're
But
gonna have to restructure his contract a little bit.
but it's not that too. It's the situation. They already trade him to the Ravens, then they back out. Who are
Right.
they going to trade him to? Cowboys? Definitely could see the
Cowboys,
Cowboys,
Cowboys
but
or Seattle, Seattle.
that's a hot take, but I definitely
My
could see him in I could see him in a
blue and
cowboy
green.
jersey. But the thing is, the Cowboys, they did lose Trey. They lost in the Trey Hendrickson deal, which that was a great deal for the Ravens too. That we didn't even get to talk about.
Yeah.
The great addition, 4 year, $112 million deal.
Oh yeah,
They
I'm
the
not done
next
with the
night we got Bam Adebayo dropping 83 points in the NBA, and then we go to an hour later where we're seeing the Ravens back out of the
back out.
trade. What's going on?
Another
What's
a good
going
signing for
on?
the Browns is he's from New York Jets, Quincy Williams.
Yes, I like
Um,
Quincy. He was a sneaky linebacker, I'm pretty sure, if I'm not
yep,
mistaken. I like
yep,
that dude.
yep,
Quincy and has been benched by the Jets last season for a few
yeah.
games. I don't know if it's coach's
I think
decision.
it was coaches, but who knows? They also re-signed Corey Borjiquez, their punter, and Trayvon Jenkins, if I'm not mistaken, if I said his name correct.
Yeah, I mean that's just re-signing. That's not. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say anything
not huge
important,
news, but
but
just to throw it out there.
yeah. Well, if we're moving on from the AFC North, we're going to be going into the AFC South. How about those Colts? Linebacker Zaire Franklin traded to the Packers for
Yeah.
Cowboys defensive tackle Colby Woods. Zaire, they lost that linebacker position, but that also it does help the Packers though. Like the Packers move, that is a good move for them. With the Quay
Oh
Walker
yeah.
departure from going to from the Packers to the Raiders, now they get that linebacker position filled with Zaire Franklin. That is a
Zaire Franklin is like one of the best tacklers too in the league.
good linebacker too, but how about them trading Michael Pittman too? We've got done talking about that, but Michael
Ooh,
Pittman, we still
like
Michael
when you
Pittman.
told me that out like in school, I freaked out because I was expecting us to go someone low, no, low
Like
name,
cheap wide receiver.
but no, Michael Pittman Jr.
They got
Okay,
the dog. They got the dog. Steelers though. But Alec Pierce, they wanted Alec Pierce. And
yeah,
I definitely
Alec
could see it.
Pierce. I
4 year, $16 million deal. They wanted him, and everybody was going to talk about him. The thing is, I like Alec Pierce. He 1,000 yard season last season, great player. I just don't know, like if he is going to be like that, like he was last season, or if this was a thing where he's going to be like he proves it and then gets a big contract and then it's a down year.
oh
That's might be a hot take for me personally, but I definitely could see him like balling out still because he did definitely play good last season. Colts need to get a receiver anyways. They do since they lost Michael Pittman.
yeah,
I think what they're gonna do is they're gonna keep Josh Downs. Josh
oh yeah.
Downs,
Josh Allen
great
has
deal.
crazy potential, man.
Yeah, wide receiver too. Now that is a good addition. I like that. That's gonna help fantasy managers too.
One team I want to get on. They're having a slow. but good offseason the Patriots so far.
Yeah, Patriots definitely. Yep. Yeah, they
Christian
had.
Gonzalez is going to get I can see Christian Gonzalez getting a huge re-signing contract. Just to get into the free agency pickups, Romeo Dobbs. That's
Yeah,
gonna.
it's just they. This is maybe me, but I think he's overpaid. I think they overpaid for him. They did need that receiver position because they were desperate. I definitely think they
Do you
pushed for
think?
that Alec Pierce, but just
Do you, do you think them getting Romeo Dobbs is like ending the rumor for AJ Brown to New England?
personally me, I I could still see them getting AJ. I could definitely see them getting AJ, but it's just I don't know what's gonna be the future for AJ at this point.
Yeah.
But all I know is Stephon Diggs could definitely helped him in cap space, and he is a lot
Oh
of
yeah. You
drama.
can't.
Like I
Yeah.
like Diggs, but he is a lot of drama. So, but yeah, Patriots did move on from him for that 1 year deal. Where does he land? Commanders. I mean, I could see him back in that Bills jersey.
Oh yeah. The Bills jersey for sure.
Yes.
Oh, could you see him going to the Browns for? Just throwing that out there.
Nah, I don't see him going to the Browns.
No,
I mean, I he could pair up with Jerry
because
Judy. Jerry Judy needs that another wide receiver. He can't carry the team on his back. I mean, he did
oh
have a
no.
down year, but he just the season before 1,300 yards. I mean,
Yeah.
great player. It's not like he's bad. He's just that quarterback situation with Shador Sanders now. I'm hoping like me personally, I'm a Shador fan. I've always liked Deion Sanders myself, his dad, and I like Shador, but it's just I don't know if he's got the ego or the a bad mentality, but I hope he doesn't because he is a definitely good player. Uh, I've seen a lot of his rookie cards. Me, because I am a sports card collector,
Right.
football,
Yeah.
basketball, baseball, whatever. His cards go for more expensive, like more expensive his rookie cards are than like a lot of other cards, and it's crazy to me. It's just like, wow, why is he going up this much? And we don't even know if he's gonna do good. That's the thing. I just don't know.
He might, bro. I could see him under
I
Jim
definitely
Schwartz.
could, but new coaching staff, that's gonna affect it all. Back
Yeah.
back with the Colts too. They got that linebacker position filled with Arden King, that 2 year, $20 million deal. Good
Where did he come
news.
from? Tennessee.
Um, I did forget. I apologize for that. Where he did departure from. 2 year, $20 million deal though. Good pickup for that replacement of Zaire Franklin. So,
Yeah,
but I
bro.
definitely like the signing of Daniel Jones. 2 year, $88
That was
million
a
deal.
bunch of money.
$88 million deal. Yep.
You think he deserved it?
The way he played last year, yes. But the thing that's gonna suck though is like me thinking, what if he doesn't play good with that Achilles tear? You
Yeah,
know?
ends up like another Michael Penn or not Michael Penix. What's his name? Kirk Cousins. Because then the Falcons gave him like 4 years for 180 million.
Yes, they did, and it was a big spin. But it was like, what a crazy move to draft Michael Penix in the eighth or the pick 8 when they could have had anybody else. Which, moving on from the Colts, that's about what they did in free agency.
I, I
Here's
think.
the team that I have, and this is the new Patriots. So this is gonna be the 2026 Patriots. I could say, or well, this is basically the new 2025 Patriots. I guess you could say Tennessee Titans. Tennessee
Yeah,
Titans.
Tennessee
Robert
Titans
Saleh head
made
coach.
a whole bunch of moves.
Robert Saleh head coach. Now we got uh who is it? Brian Dable, offensive
Yeah,
coordinator.
Brian
He likes that
Dable.
running back position too. They could definitely get Jeremiah Love and Tony Pollard in the backfield. What a great
That'd be
addition if they
crazy.
Yes, and we'll start off with the free agent that was one that we already knew was coming. Wandale Robinson on that
Wandell. Yeah,
yeah, 4 year, $78 million deal.
that was good.
Great. position. They did get Franklin Myers, that defensive lineman for the Broncos. Good deal they got him for. I don't know the year or how many years they did sign him for. I'd have to look
No,
again.
I couldn't tell you either.
Good defensive lineman they picked up. They got the receiver position to help Calvin Ridley. Another one that got paid a lot, but he did go off last year with a career year. Alontae Taylor from the Saints,
Yeah,
3 year, $60 million deal. What a this is
he is kind of small though, man.
yeah. He's good. I just don't know if he's 3 or $60 million good. That's the
That,
thing.
he's if he builds up a little bit more muscle, I'd give it to him.
Yeah, definitely. Cordell Flott, 3 year, $45 million deal
Yeah,
for the
from
Giants.
yeah,
Yep, that is a
they're gonna be a
that's a
scary
great
team.
addition to
About then, like when people were when he started losing Cam Ward, when Cam Ward started losing, people started like not trusting him. But I love Cam Ward. He is a good thrower. He can throw that ball. He will sling that ball.
Yeah, definitely. I definitely see a bright future for him. He was one
Oh,
of those misunderstood, or not misunderstood, but he was like one of those quiet #1 overall picks, like where nobody talked about it. Like, why? Why not talk about it? They wanted to focus on Travis Hunter so much and Shador Sanders and all these other players where they're going. Instead, they didn't focus on Cam Ward.
he's gonna be a dog, man.
Yeah, and that brings us to him getting a backup, Mitch Trubisky. Good
Mr.
player,
Trubisky, yeah.
good backup. Taught him. I mean, he's been under I think Case Keenum
Charlie,
before. He's been in Josh Allen's he's learned a lot from them, and I'm hoping he shares this with Cam Ward, teaches him to be a
he's just
great
not a star.
player.
He's okay. I love Mr. Trubisky, but his time in Pittsburgh shows he's not a starter.
Yeah, that he is definitely not. Josh Williams, like we said, 2 year deal, good cornerback. They got their cornerback position filled out.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember all the O line signings, but they did get a new O line. This is a big help. They did need this O line. I'm hoping this helps with the running back position because I mean they Pollard went off for 1,000 last season,
Talking
but
about the Titans, how do you feel about the who was it that trade Tavondre Sweat and that edge rusher they got out of him?
yeah, if I'm not mistaken, he got traded to the Jets. I'm
Yep,
pretty.
yep, yep.
I don't remember.
Jermaine Johnson the second.
Yes.
Man,
I
I
haven't
like
watched a lot
Jermaine.
of highlights of him. I know he's good, but yeah, I'm excited for this Titans team. This Titans
Yeah,
defense is gonna be good. And that
must
brings
definitely
us
be on the
to
lookout.
yeah, in Titans. I got them being good this season, and that brings us to the Texans for one of the last teams in the AFC South. We still got the Jaguars to talk about, but Texans pretty quiet. They did trade that O line to the Browns, the
I haven't
offensive
done much
lineman.
study.
Yeah.
I haven't done much study on those teams. I need to though.
Reed Blankenship, safety. Good
Oh yeah, I've
deal.
heard about that. Heard about that.
I like Reed Blankenship. He is a good player, good safety. They did get the safety
Didn't they
position.
let go of Joe Mixon?
Yes, Joe Mixon's gone. I think they got rid of Nick Chubb.
They might. Yeah, they might. It's obvious.
I think they did, unless he is a free agent. He might still be a free agent. Who knows? Uh, but yeah, they definitely need a running back position to help David Montgomery in the field. So I'm hoping they get somebody, and even maybe bring back Joe Mixon on a cheaper deal. And somebody, I mean Nick Chubb, yeah, they got the big running backs. So I'm excited for David Montgomery going off by himself, maybe being that running back one.
Oh
But
yeah,
they
he'll
were
rush
a
through
pretty
everything.
quiet team. They did sign Dominique Robinson, the defensive end. Um, so that does help their defensive end spot. The thing is too, how about that 1 year extension for Danielle Hunter on that $40 million
Oh
deal?
yeah, I think that's way too much. He's don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's one of those people that
He's defensive player of the year. good, or well,
Yeah,
top candidate at least. 15 and a half sacks last season, if I'm not mistaken.
better than TJ Watt.
um, yeah, so that does help them on that Texans defense. That Texans defense is nasty, anyways,
Yeah,
and they did lose some players on that defense, but they're still going to be top 5 defense, top 10 defense next season, and that all they did beef up the O line. The O line is horrible. I'm sorry, but they trade every O lineman.
Texans
Uh,
fans watching this right now.
yeah, they do trade every O line that they get. That's good. Like I don't know
Yeah,
why. Um,
like
Brady,
Laramie Tunsil. They should have kept Laramie Tunsil.
they should have, but Laramie Tutsil went on a
He's getting
2-year
old.
contract extension too. By the way, on that $30 million deal to the Washington Commanders.
I didn't know about that, but heck
Yeah,
yeah,
he did
Laramie
sign
Tunsil
2-year contract extension, which is good for him. But I mean, they did get Braden Smith for 2 years on a $25
from
million deal.
Indianapolis.
Uh, I think yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure it's Indianapolis. Good addition to the
They always have good O linemen for some odd reason.
yeah, but just don't trade them away like they do. And that brings us to the Texans free agency recently that we've done. We've looked over, we've researched. Um, that brings us to the Jaguars. Monteric Brown, 3 year, $33 million deal. Um, for the Jaguars on that cornerback position. They did lose Greg Newsome. Greg Newsome was a good team.
They lost Greg Newsome
Yes, I want to say
to
they did
where?
lose him. I'd have to check. I know he went somewhere. I have it on here. Uh,
That's gonna suck because he's young talent.
Dennis Gardick though, linebacker.
I
They got him too, signed him. Uh, they really didn't do that much else that I've seen recently. I've heard that they could deal Brian Thomas Jr. and even I've
oh
heard
yeah,
maybe that pick 29 from the Chiefs for Brian Thomas to help out that receiving position. And
I just don't
I
see
could
they'll take that high
I just don't know where he lands. Like and
franchise tag.
I mean, yeah, whatever, but I mean it's still his second year. I mean, come on. It's not like he's been there for 3, 4 years. He's been there for only two
Right.
years, and they're already wanting to get rid of
They're
him.
like that's like Marvin Harrison.
Well, yeah, Marvin Harrison Jr. Yes, he down year, but
That's like
it's like that he had no quarterback. He had no quarterback,
yeah.
and that brings us to the AFC
Jacksonville.
South being done. Yeah, Jacksonville. AFC South was pretty quiet instead of the Colts and the Titans, mostly, but mostly the Titans
The
out of
best I'd
that
say the best teams that are like doing good in free agency is most definitely the Raiders.
Raiders and Titans. That's head to head.
Yeah.
But that brings us to AFC North. What do you have on the or not AFC North? Excuse me, AFC East. What do you have on them? We did talk about those Dolphins. How about those Bills? Those Patriots. We did talk
We did a
about
little
the
bit about
Patriots. Yeah. The Jets too. Yeah, we did talk a little bit of their additions.
the Bills. Who did the Bills?
They did get that Bradley Chubb 3 year 20 or
Oh
50.
yeah, talking about
I
that
don't.
Bradley
I'm not sure
Chubb.
what it was. The 3 year
It's
deal.
something high. It was something like crazy expensive. No,
I know it was a good deal for them though. Bradley Chubb is a good player,
uh,
but I just don't. I hope they didn't sign him for so much. I don't remember what they signed him on that big old contract. How much it was. But I mean, yeah, Bills are gonna be good. They needed that Mike Evans type player, which Mike Evans did say himself that the Bills did try to get him, but Mike Evans is the Bills with DJ Moore on that second round pick? Are they going to be
yeah,
good?
that's gonna be that'll
Good
be
wide
big.
receiver duo. I like that, and I like that a lot. And I would like them to go get Stephon Diggs again.
Oh, he's too much. I say he's a handful.
Yeah, that's the only thing. But where does he land then? Nowhere. Retirement. I mean, come on. He
Retirement
just had a
that
thousand yard season.
back to Minnesota or somewhere.
I've heard that too. Yeah, but um, yeah, and that brings us to the Jets. What have they done in free agency except the dealing of their defensive end or whoever they did with the Colts or not the Colts, excuse me, the Titans.
The Jets. So they
Minka Fitzpatrick.
Minka Fitzpatrick, Elijah Barrett Tucker, the old lineman.
Hmm.
He went. I forgot where he went, but he left. They re-signed Jamie Sherwood, linebacker. And okay, talking about it, Bailey Zappi, he's a
Good
decent
player. He
quarterback.
used to play for the Chiefs too. Yeah. He's learned from Mahomes. Yeah.
Another one for the Jets, Geno Smith bringing them back, where he got drafted to,
Yeah, that is a good addition to their team.
but will Geno be the starter?
Yeah, that's the thing with Justin Fields. He's still got that 1 year remaining. They could trade
Oh
him.
wait,
They could cut him.
wait, what if they brought in Geno to mentor Fields? Not too crazy. He,
Not
Geno,
bad. They did have Tyrod Taylor in there too for a
yeah,
while.
Tyrod just got to hang up the cleats like Teddy Bridgewater.
And the fact that Teddy
um,
Bridgewater went to the Lions too.
Talking about there was another cornerback on the market and free agency called named Nashawn Wright from the Bears. He was a corner from the Bears. He was one of the top cornerbacks in free agency. He's
Yeah,
young, good
that
talent.
that Fields quarterback position, that contract reminds me a little bit of and I think it's a good deal. I was about to say this, Malik Willis, 3 year, $67 million
Oh
deal.
yeah,
Good.
he
I
deserves.
knew
I
they
mean,
needed that cheap Justin Field money quarterback. They never. This I hope proves that Malik Willis can be a starter for their team and lead them to somewhere good in the future. Because Tua's been disappointing for the past season, like 2 or 3 seasons, and I'm hoping that this brings them help for their team. It's just that
hopefully,
cap space is so bad.
yes. It's bad. I feel bad for him, but dude, I don't even like the Jets. I don't even know any trade rumors for the Jets.
Yeah, they do have a lot of draft picks now with the trades that they've been done with Sauce Gardner with
Oh yeah.
Quinn and Williams. Now this is a good thing for them and this is their future, but it's the Jets. That's the thing. That's all I can
Hold
say.
on.
It's the
Hey, the
Jets.
Jets also have Brady Cook from
The,
Mizzou.
yeah, but he's not the quarterback. Like, I'm sorry, I like Brady Cook, but Brady, you're not the quarterback for the team.
Damn.
It's Fields or it's gonna be Smith all day. One of those two, hopefully. Um, Cook, you might as well sit on the bench, and yeah, you might as well just sit on the bench. So, um, yeah, the Jets. They did pick up a lot of defensive players. I did see that they've done pretty good on that. Um, uh, I know Demario Davis, the linebacker.
Yeah,
He's old
Demario
though,
Davis, good
36
pickup,
years
good
old,
pickup.
2 year deal though, not bad. That was
He's
a
gonna
good
be like that linebacker from Tampa Bay,
Devin White.
Devin White. Yeah, still playing in like his 40s,
Yeah,
30s.
and Jets are good, or Jets are going to be good in the future. I hope. I hope they are because I want to see
They have
them
a bright
win.
future with all those draft picks.
I hope they do something with those draft picks that helps their future. That's all.
Oh yeah,
And like Aaron Glenn not getting fired.
that's crazy.
It to me, and this may be me, but I'm glad they didn't because Aaron Glenn, he was a great defensive coach for the Lions, and he's adjusting to the New York Jets out of all teams.
Right, right.
And I knew
He
that
shows the
this
he
may be a
shows a lot.
wise team, or this may be a wise choice because why would you fire somebody you already signed a contract with and then have to go get a
Right.
head coach this season too? Why not just bring Aaron Glenn in? and keep him still. And I hope they do. I hope they keep Aaron Glenn in and coach. And I hope that he does good. I hope he proves the
He can be a
doubters
top
wrong
coach.
because he could be a good coach for that team.
Okay, so we're getting into coaches now. What do you feel, or what do you think about my
Mike
Steelers?
Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
Um,
cleaning the whole house. Coordinator, the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator.
Mike McCarthy is the thing. He coached for the Cowboys. That's it.
He's the same. I think he's the
He's a
he's
Mike
the
Tomlin, but a
yeah
white
white
version.
version. Yeah,
Yep.
does good regular season, but chokes postseason.
Yep. Which I think that's it for the AFC East. Moving on to the NFC. NFC West, 49ers, Mike Evans, 3-year, $60 million deal.
Yeah.
That is a great addition. Tampa lost their wide receiver one, but I I, I don't know how to like. I know this is gonna look good on him. I definitely saw him in that red and gold, but
Oh yeah.
I it's just that Emeka Ibuka, he's gonna be receiver one. Same with Chris
Oh
Godwin. One
yeah.
of those
I
two are
love
gonna
Emeka.
fight.
He was
I think
coming
it's gonna
off
be
before that
Emeka.
injury.
Yeah, I'm hoping that they have a good season in Tampa with them. I hope they bounce back with Baker. So that's what I'm hoping for. Mike Evans and 49ers, that is a good addition to that team. I like that. I like it a lot. Brandon Ayuk being released, that's gonna help them void all his money that he owes, or well, they owe him, but
Oh
it's
yeah.
gonna be voided anyway, so it's not like it matters. So, him going somewhere else and then finding that answer with Mike Evans. He is 32 years old. I mean, he does have some injuries with the hamstrings, all along the lines of there.
Hear
But
me
he's
out. I
he's
can kind of see
1,000 yards.
Going to Tennessee.
Who?
Brandon Ayuk going to Tennessee.
I could see that, but I've in my head for the past 2 or 3 years, I've just seen him in that black and gold.
Steelers.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that Washington jersey, Washington Commanders.
I wish my Steelers can go get Brandon Ayuk for wide receiver 3, but
That'd be crazy. Good wide receivers if y'all did.
he
Which,
went. He wants to be wide receiver 1, don't
probably he wants that money. It's probably gonna be a 1-year prove it contract deal though if he goes anywhere. But I'm hoping. I hope the best for him. But uh, 49ers too. They get that offensive tackle. Vidarian Low, 2-year, $12 million deal. Um, that's the thing. Their O line's not bad. It's not at all. They got a pretty decent O line with with the addition of him. It's gonna help them. I know they did give us Jalen Moore last year, 2-year, $15 million contract. This is last year, or no, I think it was 2-year, 30 million. He might be making 15 a year. So hopefully he's gonna be a addition for those Chiefs too. But they have had a kicking problem for a couple years. And Eddie Pinheiro, you're the answer. You're the answer.
he?
That's why you got that 4-year contract extension. For
Yeah.
yeah, you're the answer. So that brings us with the 49ers done. LA Rams, yeah, you guys done good. You guys have done good. Jalen Watson, 3-year, $51 million deal. Traded for Trent McDuffie and get that extension. You've re-signed Cam Curl on that 3-year, $36 million deal. And you re-signed Tyler Higbee for that tight end position. Rams, you are still a Super Bowl contender next year. You are still. That defense is beef now. You guys got the cornerbacks that you needed. Now all you got to do is go out there and have Stafford stay healthy and go win you guys a chip. You guys got the wide receivers for it. Y'all got the wide receivers for it. So
Oh yeah, Puka,
I'm ready. I'm
Devontae.
ready for them. I'm ready for them. Uh, Seattle Seahawks now lost a lot of players. Seahawks, I love you guys. I think I don't see you guys making the Super Bowl again. This
With
season,
that defense, probably.
they've lost a lot. They've lost a lot. Um, Definitely can see Alvin Kamara in a Seattle jersey if he gets cut, which might it might happen. Which Zach Charbonnet right now is running back one with that Kenneth Walker. But
But remember earlier this today, the Seahawks went and got Emmanuel Wilson from Green Bay.
yeah, they got Emmanuel Wilson. He's not bad. But I see that running back two, running back one, like that's the thing.
Right?
They did re-sign Rashid Shaheed though, 3 year, 51 million.
Yeah, that was a crazy one.
I like that. I like that a lot. Um, Josh Jobe they re-signed to that 3 year, $24 million deal. That's a good addition to the team. They've needed to re-sign some of their players, but they can't just keep them all at once after that Super Bowl. With the losing of Kenneth Walker, the loss of Kenneth Walker, and I wanted my Chiefs to go get him for a while now. Tariq Woolen, now on the Eagles on that 1 year, $15 million deal. What a good deal for the Eagles.
That's a lot of money, though. I
For
mean,
one
not
year.
really. Not
For
really.
1 year, nah. Um, which Seattle you lost Boy Mafe too. I mean you've lost some players. Boye Mafe was a big one for that linebacker position. Uh, but I mean I'm excited to see you guys how you guys handle your future, Seattle. But are you guys still that Super Bowl contender?
Who knows, man?
Arizona Cardinals now. Uh, they did sign a guard. They signed Isaac Jamalo. I'm pretty sure is how you pronounce his name. 3 year, $31.5 million
Either
deal.
Samala from Pittsburgh.
Yeah, good guard. I mean, he's beefs up that O line, and they really need that O line for whoever they get to be their running back one. So hopefully
Even
that
our quarterback, man.
the quarterback too. Yep. Which they did sign Tyler Algier to a 2 year, $12.25 million deal, and
I like Tyler
he
Algier.
could be the running back one. I mean, he could, but is he the answer to your running back problems? They really haven't had the running back problems. It's that they've had so many running backs they've had all year. That Eric Cardmo or whatever his name is. You know how I'm talking about.
Yeah,
Speaking of him, he did go to the Chiefs on a 1 year deal today.
for
So,
sure.
and that might be a. I'm hoping that is a good deal for the Chiefs, but how does that affect Kareem Hunt coming back? Uh,
Most,
That's why I want Kareem Hunt back on a through like a 1 year deal with a third
he's
down
definitely
back.
a good third down. Yeah, that was what I was to say. For like,
But the thing is too is we got Brashard Smith and I love Brashard Smith. I see him in the future doing good. I see him in the future doing good. So I'm hoping Brashard pops off with the Chiefs. And back to the Cardinals, Kendrick Bourne, they got him on a
oh yeah,
$11 million deal, 2 years. Good addition. He had a good year. I mean, he was back and forth. He wasn't he was kind of inconsistent, kind of not. It just depends. Gardner Minshew on that 1 year deal for 5 million. Well, five
that's.
million, but in incentives it's a it's a $8.25 million deal. With the but is he the starter? Like, what do you see out of Arizona? Like that quarterback position, who do they go get?
I think they're gonna start Jacoby Brissett, man.
Yeah, I definitely could see that, but I don't know why they would pay Gardner Minshew $8 million.
Oh yeah,
That is too much. He didn't even play good for the Chiefs. I
he
mean,
was crazy in college, but nothing else.
yeah, I mean, yeah, they overpaid Minshew.
Yeah, they did.
They did get that Matt Pryor too, that guard, the 1 year deal. So they did get two guards. Now that does beef up the O line position. So, but that brings us to the NFC East, and uh, this is going to be the Eagles' first that Tariq Woolen 1 year, $15 million deal. Like we said already, that helps the Eagles out. And this is me. This may be a hot take. I just don't see the Eagles in the future winning the Super Bowl, like in
I
the
don't
next
know,
2 or
man.
3 years, because
Tyreek Woods.
they've lost a lot of players. I mean, N'Kobe Dean, Reed Blankenship, Jahad Dotson, and of all of them, too, one of the biggest, Jalen Phillips on that
Yeah.
4-year, $120 million deal at Carolina. But if you Carolina like is not a team that people would like to go, so they got to splash some money at him for them to go there. Which, I mean, Eagles are gonna be the Eagles. I got them winning. I'm hoping like I like the Eagles, but I don't. So I got them winning maybe
10
10,
games.
10 games, 10 to 11 games. I'm hoping that they win around there because this is the future right here of the NFC East, and I think you know what I'm talking about, the New York Giants. New
Oh
York
yeah.
John bringing in John Harbaugh. Now you're
Once they
bringing
get what's his name, Malik Neighbors back,
Malik Neighbors, yes. Isaiah Likely, what a great addition to the team.
pick up, yeah.
A 3-year deal that brings Harbaugh back with his former tight end. And Tremaine Edmonds too, the linebacker.
I like Tremaine Edmonds.
Yeah, he's gonna do good there. Uh Jason Sanders, a kicker from Miami. Good kicker. They've had this kicking problem all year. This helps them a lot. Greg Newsom, and this is where we get to that Greg Newsom from the Jaguars. He
Is that
went
where he went?
he Greg Newsom 1-year deal with the Giants.
Damn. They're gonna have a stacked defense if you think about it.
Yes, and I like this future with this Giants team. I am all in for the Giants to win the East. Jackson Dart, I am ready for him. They could even bring Jeremiah Love in, and I could see that.
Uh,
But also because they do want that running back position, but they also have Scataboo.
right.
But that brings us to because the Giants, that was one of the probably their biggest moves that they've done recently. Cowboys, Jalen Thompson, that 3-year, $33 million deal.
Look
Safety
much
from
up.
Arizona. Good, good safety, good pickup. I like this. Cowboys needed defense. They had no defense last year,
Oh yeah.
so I'm excited for this defense. Quentin Williams. I'm excited. And they traded for Rashawn Gary for a 4th round. Good pickup.
Rashawn
Good
Gary's
piece.
all right.
I like Rashawn. And they did franchise tag George Pickens. We already saw this coming. I mean, come
Oh
on.
yeah.
It's George Pickens. One of the best receivers in the league, if not the best. And where does I mean they did cut Trayvon Diggs and he did go to the Packers last season. Where is Trayvon going? I could see him in a Chiefs jersey myself because he is that free agent still available. He could get on a cheap deal. I definitely could see him in KC.
Um, mm, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely
Repeat that one more time.
the Trayvon Diggs.
You, okay, now that I okay, Trayvon Diggs. Yeah, he's been bounced around. I don't think the not bounced around, but
He's
I don't
bounced
think
around recently with the
right,
Packers.
right. I don't think the Packers are gonna resign him. I'm sad
No,
to say it.
I want. Well, where do you see him
And
going? He's
hey,
still the free agent available. I think he's going to
hey,
KC.
he's. I don't know why people like for talking bad about him. I think he's a good corner.
Yeah, he's just he's been
I
injury
could see
prone.
him, but I could definitely see him go to you guys for something like
Like a 1-year
mid.
deal, 1-year prove it deal or something, and that would help the defense.
If he could prove it. If he could prove it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That 1-year prove it deal. But yeah, I'm definitely excited for this Cowboys year 2 phase with this new team. So definitely excited for their future, which leads us to the Washington Commanders now. They signed their edge rusher, Odafe Owe, the
Oh
four
wait,
year
yeah,
hundred
from
4-year $100 million deal. How about that?
that's crazy, man.
They overpaid him, and he's got 60 million guaranteed out of
That's
that contract.
crazy.
Yeah, they needed the edge rusher. And the one that stung the most for the Chiefs too, a lot for the linebacker position, Leo Chanel on that 3-year, $24 million
Are you
deal.
mad about that as a Chiefs fan?
Yes, because we were losing our defense.
Slowly but sure.
Yes, and We needed another linebacker, and this was not the move where we.
It's only a matter of time you guys let go of Chris Jones. You think?
Um,
Yeah,
no,
bro, didn't want to get into that one.
no, I don't see Chris Jones leaving anytime soon. Maybe the next 2 or 3 years, but
2 or 3?
yeah, he's only 31. A lot of people think he's so old. It's 31. I mean, yeah, you're reaching up there. You're reaching your 10th year.
Like
It
Cameron
does,
Hayward.
but like at that position and the way he's been, like he hasn't had a bad season since. I mean, last season he's only had his that bad downfall, but I think he's gonna come back, and I hope he does.
When come
But
back player of the year.
nah, he won't win comeback player of the year. He'll probably win. He won't win nothing. With us as an award, but I'll just say like I could see him going for 10 sacks next season. Hopefully,
um,
I
if
mean,
if you think Chris Jones is going to go for 10 sacks, that means I could see Cameron Hayward going for 15.
Cameron Hayward's like 37 years old, dog.
Yeah, I know. No,
But
most
Chris
definitely.
Jones, he's been the dude that's went
Yeah,
actually for 10 sacks before.
yeah.
I'm just hoping that he reaches back to that point where he
Cameron Hayward's
was.
like a run stopper, defensive tackle.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping Chris Jones reaches back to the point where he was that 10 sacks, 15 sacks. I don't see him getting 15
Caliber
sacks,
defensive
but like I
tackle.
see him getting
At least
at
nine.
least 6 plus. That's what I'm gonna say. But uh Commanders, yeah, back to the Commanders. They get Amik Robertson on that 2 year, $16 million deal on that quarterback position.
Thank you.
Definitely helps the corners. They did sign to their defensive tackle from Houston, Tim Settle Jr. 3 year deal. Good defensive tackle. Good thing their D. I don't think their D line's that great. Commanders, to be honest, but they did indeed beef up their defense, and I'm excited. They re-signed Marcus Mariota,
Oh,
good
I like
addition.
Marcus.
Yeah, and then they add Kavon Chasen or what the defensive end from New England, the 1 year $11 million contract. So it's definitely the Commanders are pushing to be that defensive team. That's why they do need that wide receiver to help them on offense, to be all around good. So I'm hoping for their future, uh, everything will work out for them. So will they bounce back and make the playoffs? But this brings us to our last divisions: NFC South and NFC North. We already know Chicago's cut some players.
Oh
They've
yeah.
lost some players. Chicago's going to be back next season in the playoffs. I could see it.
No,
You don't see it?
I don't think they'll be. I don't think.
They ain't making no championship like they did this season, but I definitely could see them in the playoffs again.
Oh yeah, most definitely lose divisional.
Yes, and that's where uh Max Crosby trades come in. Where doesn't I mean Max Crosby on the Bears? I mean,
That
we've
would
been
be
saying
crazy.
this. We've been saying that there is
Right.
he is a suitor there, and they've been talking about it.
That would be crazy.
Max Crosby would be great addition for that team. I really haven't looked into that Bears team, but they got the team around them from last season. But they definitely do need to get that linebacker position filled out. So yeah, I know y'all got a defensive player from them too today for the Steelers.
Yeah, Jaquan Brisker, the safety. I'm
Yes.
excited.
Yes, and then Kevin Byard on that 1 year $9 million deal for the New England Patriots. So they did lose
Yeah,
that Chicago
I'm happy
safety.
we didn't go get Kevin Byard because he's too old.
Yes, so the Patriots had to go get him on that 1 year deal because they did need
Yeah,
to beef up that defense after they've
I'm
lost
not
some
mad at
players.
that.
Yeah, and then C.J. Gardner Johnson to the Bears too, or not Bears, excuse
Yeah,
me, to the Bills.
The Bills. Yeah, that's a good pickup for the Bills.
Good pickup, good signing. A lot of people just don't talk about him. He had a good season last season. Uh, he was bounced up like.
around in the
Bounced around, but
Eagles.
he found that permanent spot in Chicago and went off. It just like something struck in him where he just played good last season. But yeah, Bears, Packers, we went through Rashawn Gary, traded there. They've been more the quiet players. They did get Sky Moore though. So I mean it definitely is another wide receiver three season scenario for them. But yeah, Packers, Vikings got Kyler Murray. Good
Yeah, that's a good
addition.
pickup.
Good, yeah, it's a great addition.
Good reset. Good reset.
Yeah, Kyler Murray on that 1 year deal. So where do you see JJ McCarthy his future? Like do you see him still in
Getting
that
traded. I see him
you
traded
traded?
to my Steelers for a third round pick in this year's draft and a sixth round pick. But that's only if they will accept it, which I don't
I
know.
don't see them because they drafted him at like in the
First,
first
no,
round. I
not
think it
first
was top
overall.
5, top
It
10.
was, I think it was the ninth overall.
Yeah,
No,
he was somewhere around there. I know that for sure. He was top 10. Um, which definitely is a slap in the face for them if he doesn't turn out to be a great player.
right.
But yeah, that Vikings team's gonna be
Dangerous.
I see the Kyler Murray future. Like I hope that works out for Kyler Murray, where he does
Oh
bounce back and becomes the next Sam Darnold, maybe. And man, I
yeah.
definitely could see it, Sam being the next Sam Darnold.
Maybe, maybe.
But yeah, but Lions, they've lost Alex Anzalone to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which we're about to talk about too.
Anzalone, yes, he's from the Saints. You remember him on the Saints?
Yeah, but and you also remember on the Lions because he looked like a lion too. He was a good linebacker.
He is, yeah.
They
Good in
lost.
pass coverage too.
Yeah, he was a great player. They've been one of the quietest teams in free agency. They did get Isaiah Pacheco, but we've talked about that. I just don't see him as a fit for them. Like I could see it, but I just can't. It's just like
Yeah.
he's not that big, dude. He's that swift Jameer Gibbs. So what is that? It's two swifty running backs. And
Hmm.
then that brings us to NFC South because uh NFC North, they've been one of those divisions that's been the quietest recently. But NFC South's been pretty quiet too. Saints though,
Yeah.
Travis Etienne.
Yeah. A lot of
This
Seahawks fans in
definitely
there.
like where the heck is Jeremiah Love
Kamara.
landing?
Oh, I think we spoke about that a
We
lot
spoke
in
it, yeah, Titans, Giants, but that it's just what if he doesn't, like where is he going? Because
right.
they've now that they got the running back situations filled out in free agency, some of these teams that were supposed to draft him. So, yeah, the departure of Demario Davis too. He is a veteran. I've heard that we will get Cam Jordan, the Chiefs do.
Yeah.
Chris Jones definitely likes him. Um,
Be a good pickup. I can't lie.
yeah, he would be a good pickup for the defense. We definitely need
Did
that
you guys
defensive
just get
end.
rid of Mike Dana?
Yeah, we did cut him for that cap space on because he did free up 8 million in cap
Hey,
space.
um, Cam Jordan would take that 1 year deal for like five mil.
And I would do that. I would do that. That's just personally me. He had 10 sacks last season, and he's 37. I'm pretty sure.
He's old. Yeah, give it to him.
I'll give it to him all day. Cam Jordan, yeah, and then Saints, yeah. I mean they've been you could say quiet, but they did good. Travis Etienne, I like that addition.
Yeah.
They need a wide receiver is what they do need. That's
Oh,
they need a wide receiver because Chris Olave.
and
I love Olave, but
he's taking too much
yeah,
hits, and
that's the
concussion.
thing. He can't be the only receiver on their team. It needs to be
But
another true receiver for Tyler Schaff in that team.
oh yeah, because Tyler Schaff is definitely the answer for their.
for that.
quarterback problem.
Yeah, that quarterback problem. He's definitely proved that he could
The
be
fact that he
if
came
they
in
build
like
around him.
mid-season, the fact that he came in mid-season and he was like, then he finished top 5 in voting for offensive rookie of the year was kind of crazy.
Yes, they just need to build around him. But it's just the thing is, he too rookie coming in and you're like already 24, 25 years old.
Yeah, that
I
is kind
don't
of
like
bad.
that, but he did prove himself that he was good last season, which helps him. Good for him. So hopefully they build around him. And then Tampa Bay, we've talked about Mike Evans and the departure of that. They got your Kenneth Gainwell on that 2-year,
Yeah,
$14 million deal.
kind of bums me out.
Yeah, it would bum me out too because Kenneth Gainwell is a good player. I like Kenneth Gainwell. He proved himself last year who he was.
Oh
And
yeah,
they
most
lost
definitely.
Rashad White too, to the Commanders. Tampa did, so that's gonna help.
The
Kenny
one that
G.
really irks me as a Steelers fan is I just don't know why we did not resign old Calvin Austin. He so fast but so undersized too.
Yeah, and even as a kick returner, he was great. Now he's
Yeah,
at the Giants now on that
he's gonna
1-year deal, and that was a good pickup for the Giants. I'm excited for that
hopefully they treat
future.
him right.
Yeah, and then Tampa, Alex Anzalone on that 2-year, $17 million deal. Good pickup.
I like
Um,
Andy.
yep. Um, Tampa's been Tampa's been pretty quiet except for that. I mean, they probably re-signed players as I know of, but
Oh yeah,
they were in the Trey Hendrickson talks too before I've heard. And now that brings us to the Carolina Panthers with that edge. Jalen Phillips,
Jalen Phillips.
4 years. They overpaid for him. I did not expect him getting that big of a contract.
Yeah, that was
From
crazy.
torn Achilles to being traded to the Eagles to now uh to a 4-year, $120 million deal on the
Yeah,
Panthers. And
that's
they signed some O line too. That does help them. I'm excited for Bryce Young and his future. Uh, go Panthers for hopefully y'all win like 10 or 11 games and make the wild card again. Cause
oh yeah,
they
that'd be
were
cool.
good. Y'all beat the LA Rams in the regular season, and you still
That's
almost
yeah,
beat them in the playoffs.
yeah. Go Panthers. Crazy underrated team for real.
Yeah, that's a team that's like one of the least talked about, and I like them personally myself. And that also brings us to what now? We've went through Tampa, we've went through Saints, uh,
And Lions.
or no, not Lions.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we went through Lions. Falcons, Falcons. Y'all got Tua Tagovailoa, QB,
Yeah.
minimum contract. Good player, good player. Uh,
Franchise early in this year, franchise tagged uh tied in Kyle
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts. Yep. The y'all lost Tyler Algier too, so y'all
Yeah.
are gonna need a running back too
Hell yeah.
with Bijan Robinson though.
Imagine they go get a Alvin Kamara. I could see that.
I mostly see him in a Seahawk jersey if he goes anywhere, and that may be just me, but I mean I think it's a good sign for them. But yeah, that was a they've been pretty quiet. Falcons have
I haven't or I haven't done much study on them.
yeah,
I'll be real with you.
those that NFC South has been more quiet. They've gotten a good amount of players and good players, but those are one of the most quiet. That's one of the most quietest divisions recently. But uh, yeah, we've went through all the divisions. We went through every team. What we think about those free agency and those signings. I mean, I think
Good
that
episode, in my opinion.
the good episode of NFL off-season free agency signings, hour 30 minutes long. I mean, first episode. I mean, we're gonna have much more in the future,
Oh yeah,
but
draft coming up, more
drafts coming
trades.
up, hot takes coming up. We'll be dropping We're gonna be planning on dropping episodes every Tuesdays and Thursdays, but the schedule
Oh
could
yeah, at
change
least try
around.
to. Try to.
Yeah, at least try to prepare for that. We're gonna be trying our hardest. Uh, but we're for our future. We're gonna be trying Tuesdays and Thursdays. It may adjust, but yeah, I call that an episode. Thanks for listening to the first episode of KNS Sports Talk. So
Yeah.
this was Colt Stevenson and then Eisenkirk.
Eisenkirk, of course.
Yep. So tune into the next episode of KNS Sports Talk. Next time we're going to be talking about the draft that's coming up. All right. Thank y'all. See ya.
See ya.